In January 2024, prosecutors filed additional charges, this time for Maureen Brainard Barnes, the 25-year-old woman who was last seen in July 2007, the earliest disappearance among the Gilgo Four. Maureen's case was particularly difficult to prove because her disappearance predated much of the cell phone and digital evidence, but investigators had built a circumstantial case strong enough to charge Heuermann with her murder. Now all four of the Gilgo Four were accounted for, but the investigation wasn't over. 5 months later, in June 2024, prosecutors dropped a bombshell that stunned even seasoned investigators. Heuermann was being charged with 2 additional murders that expanded the timeline of his killing to 3 decades. Sandra Castilla, whose remains were found in North Sea, New York in 1993 by 2 hunters walking through the woods. She had been murdered 30 years earlier, which meant if Heuermann was responsible, he'd been killing since at least his early 30s. Jessica Taylor, the escort whose partial remains were first discovered in Manorville in 2003, then additional remains were found along Ocean Parkway at Gilgo Beach in 2011. Her murder dated back 20 years. The bail application filed by prosecutors laid out the case in chilling detail. Defendant Heuermann is the individual who murdered, stripped, restrained and transported the remains of Jessica Taylor and Sandra Castilla, as well as the Gilgo Four, until they were each discovered in 1993, 2010 and 2011. A hair found underneath Jessica Taylor's remains had been linked to Heuermann through DNA analysis. After 2 decades in evidence storage, that single hair became the thread that connected him to a murder he thought he'd gotten away with.